Have you ever played a song on the piano and thought, why doesn't it sound like it's supposed to? Well, the problem is not the chord that you're playing, it's all about the patterns that you're using. Pop rock songs are using a few simple piano patterns that make the music sound full, fun, and powerful. In this video, I'm going to show you the 5 most popular pop rock piano patterns you can learn today. They are super simple, they sound amazing, and once you know them, you'll be able to use them in hundreds of songs and sound like a pro doing it. And if you'd like to have the PDF version of this video to get all the patterns and the sheet music, you can get it for free down below in the description. So to share these patterns, I will be using the chord progression, the 1, 5, 6, 4 in G major. So the chords we need are G major, G, B, and D major, D, F sharp, and A, E minor, E, G, and B, and C major, C, E, and G. And to play those patterns, I will be using some chord inversion, and I want to show you what those chord inversion are so you can practice them before getting into the rhythm patterns. So for the G, we're actually going to be playing G right here. So it's going to be B, D, and G. And for now, you can just hold the root note on the bottom for the left hand. Then for the D major, we're going to go right here for G major. So we are using D, F sharp, and A. So this is a root position. Then we have E minor. So for E minor, we're going right here. So it's B, E, and G. And the last one is C. And C is also in root position. So we have C, E, and G, like this. Alright, so before you dive into the pattern, just make sure you practice those chords with those chord inversion a few times so you're really comfortable with the movement the notes are making in your hand. Now let's dive into the pattern number 1, and it sounds just like this. That one is a very classic pattern that we use in so many different songs. We can even think about like Adele and so many other pop artists that are using this beautiful pattern. Let's take a look at what's happening and how you can actually reuse this pattern and transpose it in different chords. So what we're doing here, on the left hand, by the way, just to start, I'm only playing the root. So you don't really have to worry about the left hand. You can either play the root here or in the bottom. Both works, all right? So we're starting with this one here, and this is the chord inversion of G major we've talked about. So what we're going to be doing is basically play the chord but use arpeggios to play the chord. So just separate each note of the chord. We're going to go from top to bottom. We do that twice, and the last one we only have space for the first 2, like this, before we change the chords. So just have to remember that we're using the notes of the chords like this, and we're filling up whatever measure you have. If you have 4 beats, 3 beats, 2 beats, just count and make sure you have enough 8 notes here. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and like this. All right, let's move to the next one. Now we're going to D, so we're going to do the same thing using this chord inversion, so which is the root position. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and there you go. Moving to E minor. So we remember this was the one we're using here, and we're going to do the same thing. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and C major. We're already ready to play this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and like this. So this is a beautiful pattern. It works in many songs, so you just have to figure out your chord inversion and then just play the notes separately, just like an arpeggio. All right, I just want to pause this lesson for a second because I recently learned a fun fact about the channel. Around 83% of the views come from people who aren't subscribed yet. That means most of you watching right now aren't subscribed, and you're missing out on weekly content just like this. So if you're finding value here, please hit that subscribe button and join the community. It will also help me reach more keyboard players just like you. Alright, now the second pattern sounds like this. The broken chord pattern is one of the most popular one you can have out there. We can even think about Dream On, Don't Stop Believing. So many songs are using a simple broken chord pattern because it works great, it sounds amazing, and it's very simple to play. So let's dive into this and see how you can actually play this pattern. Let's go back to the G major chord. So remember we said we're using this chord inversion. So this pattern, it works on any chord inversion because what we need the top two notes together, and we have the bottom one that is kind of a pivot. So we're kind of going like this, back and forth, from the top to the bottom, top, bottom. And that's what we called a broken chord because we kind of broke the chord in two. So D and G for this one, going to be right here. So it goes like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Let's do the same thing for D major. So for D major, we're using the root position. So we have F sharp and A on top and D is on the bottom. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Moving to E minor. So E minor, this is a chord inversion we're using. Let's keep the 2 on the top and we have the 1 on the bottom here. So we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and we end on C. Only one note is moving, so the B going to C for this chord inversion. So we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and just like this. Very cool pattern to learn. Again, this is everywhere. Now that you know about it, you're gonna hear it in so many songs. Have fun with this one. Alright, now let's move on to pattern number 3, and it sounds just like this. Pattern number 3 might make you think of Someone Like You by Adele because this is very similar of the piano pattern he's using in the song. So let's go back to the chord inversion we had here, and what's happening here is we're gonna go from bottom to top this time. Instead of doing this one like we did earlier, this one starts on the bottom, go all the way to the top, and go down again and go up again. So we're using just the notes of the chords, but we are using some arpeggios to play those notes in 8 notes. On the left, just to get a little bit more harmony out of it, I just added the octave. So you don't have to do that. If you just want to keep holding one note, you can. But if you like, feel free to add the octave right here. All right, so we go from 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and moving to D. Like this, 1 and 2, and moving to E minor. So this one was this chord inversion, so we start on B again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and moving to C in root. And just like that. This pattern is very beautiful, so have fun with this one. Now for pattern number 4, and it goes like this. Alright, so a few things happening in this pattern. So on the right, we're using the full chords, and on the left, we're actually using some arpeggio. So let's look at what's happening here. The right hand is playing the chords like we've learned it with the chord inversion. And we're doing a dotted quarter note, then an 8th note tied to a quarter note and a quarter note. So the rhythm goes like this. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Like that. One more time. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4. All right, so this is the pattern we're doing on the right. Now on the left, we're gonna play small arpeggios using the 1, the 5, and the 1. So those are the degrees, the root, the fifth, and the root of the chord. And you hold the last one here. All right, so it's 1 and 2, 3, 4, and you hold it for the rest of the bar. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3, 4, like that. Let's put this together. So we're gonna be playing everything together at first, and then it's only gonna be the right hand. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. One more time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 on D. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Just like this. So go slow with this one because you have a few things to work on for the hand independence. It's actually a great exercise too, but it's a beautiful pattern if you want to add this to a few songs. And pattern number 5 goes like this. This pattern is great if you want to add a little bit more groove to what you're playing. And it's actually very inspired by the song Love Song by Sara Bareilles. And if you add a little bit of swing to it, you don't have to, but it would sound like this and you might recognize the songs better. So it's you feel that now? So this pattern is pretty cool because you have two options. You can either go straight like the first version or swing the 8 notes a little bit and go more groovy like the second option. But let's just look at what's happening if we do the first version straight, super simple. So on the right hand, we're just playing quarter notes here. So it's really using the chord inversion and playing steady quarter notes. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like this one. Now the magic happens on the left hand because on the left hand this is where we're actually going to be using some upbeat and play those 8 notes. So on the left we have 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 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 1, like that. All right, only using the root note. Let's see together now. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and. So you see here we have this kind of movement between both hands where we're not playing together, but we're kind of alternating both hands. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 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 1. Just like this. Thank you so much for watching, and if you've learned anything valuable from this video, please subscribe to the channel and click the like button below. It will help the channel grow to have more keyboard players just like you. All right, bye for now.